What's up, everybody? Belligerent here with another Bloodline video. We have another update coming, so let's take a look at what's going on with this maintenance, okay? So first thing, let's just mention this because it actually looks like it happened yesterday, but in case you didn't catch it, the guild bosses are better, okay? Now, if you defeat all the bosses in one day, they will come back stronger than at the next daily reset. So you can actually get them back every day, it sounds like, as long as you're killing them each day. Now, if you can't kill them each day, then you don't get them all back. But I guess once you get them all killed, the next daily reset, they'll all come back, which is great for all of you that have been upset that you can't complete that daily achievement as far as fighting a guild boss each day. Okay? Also means more rewards, all good things, okay? And then at the weekly reset, they'll go back down to their original power. Okay, so let's get into the new features coming with tonight's update, or last night's update, or this update, whenever you watch this video. Sorry. So new features, Catacomb Crawl. The event starts the 4th week after the server is launched, and it lasts for 1 week. In case you don't know, different servers are on different time rotations. So some servers have this stuff, some servers won't. If they don't, they'll have it coming up when that server is, in this case, 4 weeks old. All right, just in case. I just learned that this week, so I actually found another server to go back to a previous week that I really enjoyed playing during. So the 4th week is when this event is coming. So if you don't get it this week, then you know the server you're playing on is not that old. All right, event details. Players will need Hammers of Shattering to progress through the event, obtainable by claiming progress rewards from the Spire of Champions. So I guess they're bringing the Spire of Champions back. If you remember, the first time they gave it to us was during the companion event, and you could get all those companion summon tokens like every 50 levels. Okay, so we got the Spire back. It's a little challenging, so let's hope it's not too hard to get hammers. Okay, you can also get hammers from Catacomb Crawl packs in the store. So for diamonds, I'm assuming similar to the companion intimacy packs or the district packs, they have a different themed pack every week. So you can get them from there too. That's good. It's not like I don't think the pay to win in this game is too horrible for the most part. You should be able to get enough diamonds to buy a pack of hammers if you need them, every couple of days if you're doing the free-to-play thing. So should be fine. If you're not getting enough diamonds each day, then level up your Guardian, because your daily reward becomes bigger and bigger and bigger every time you level up. So get to leveling. All right. At the start of each Catacomb level, you will choose a loot goal. I'm not exactly sure what that means other than what it says until we see what the loot is. And I guess you get to pick one, is what I'm reading. Then using your Hammers of Shattering, you will break open pots and take the rewards inside until you have found your loot goal. Okay. Loot goals can include things such as summoning crystals, random companion favor ability, and more. So we don't know what the more is yet, so we can't comment on that. What I will say is summoning crystals are great. You want to give me summoning crystals? I'll take them. Random companion favor ability. Part of that depends on how many hammers you're going to get. So when you go into this, and if you get to choose between summoning crystals and companion favor ability, obviously the more companions, the better, because once you get the companions, right, your ultimate goal should be in companions. We're not going to get too sidetracked on that, but your ultimate goal should be building companions, because then eventually you'll be able to print whatever character you need if you get all the companions and you get the companions leveled, things of that nature. However, depending on how hard it is from the spire to get hammers, or how expensive they are to get hammers from the packs, you might want to be careful about choosing to get companion favorability, because you can get those types of things from what are they? I always get expedition and exploration confused. I think it's exploration where you fly around on the dragon. You can get your companion favorability from that. There's the companion summoning event, which for some servers that's already over, but I'm sure like they're showing us that this stuff is going to be kind of on rotation, so that'll come back. So I'm not saying don't get the companion compatibility or the companion favorability. I'm not saying don't choose those as your goal. If that's what you want, that's what you want. What I'm saying is think carefully about how much favorability you're going to need to get to actually unlock that companion versus how much the hammers are going to cost, or how many hammers are going to be available to you from going through the spire. Okay, so be careful with that. Summoning crystals, I'm going for all day long, depending on what the more is. Okay. Once you have obtained your loot goal on the current level, the passage to the next level will be open. So what I'm reading from that is you're going to pick your goal, you have these things to break, and then you break one. And if you don't find it, you break another one. If you don't find it, you break another one. I don't know how many there will be. It could be a grid of 30 different things. It could be, 3 or 4 different things. We don't know that yet, but it looks like you're going to have to spend a hammer to break something open, and RNG is going to decide whether or not you find the goal that you chose. Okay. There are a total of 20 levels in the catacombs. Rewards will increase in value as you progress through the first 10 levels, but rewards remain the same after 10 levels. So your rewards cap at 10 levels, but then you have 10 more levels to get those maximum rewards. So that's good stuff, depending on the hammer system and how that is implemented. Adjustments and optimization. This is all good stuff. I am excited about this stuff. You should be excited about this stuff. So let's get into this. The air system. Okay? Air's initial energy has been increased from 3 to 6. Okay? So right now, when you go in to raise your air, right? If it's a 1-star air, you have 3 energies. So you get to tap it 3 times, and then you have to spend one of those little energy potion things to refresh it, or you have to wait whatever it is, like 2 hours per each energy to refill, right? So now instead, when you go in there, you'll see 6 instead of 3. So that's good for multiple reasons. The main one that I think of is your the progression guide, development guide, I think is what that thing is called. Those achievements that are down in the bottom left-hand corner that are basically kind of on repeat. Buy more workers, collect the tax, collect the stuff from the map, carouse your companions. Sometimes it's court a companion, sometimes it's raise an heir, sometimes it's solve an issue in the Senate, right? That thing, you should know what I'm talking about. So if you cycle through that fairly quickly, if you're like me and you can do several of them all in one go, sometimes you run out of heirs to tap on unless you're going to use your energy to refill them. I don't usually refill energy unless it's an heir that I want to level up pretty quickly, but for the most part, I just leave them in there to complete that task. Well, the nice thing is you can now get 6 of those to start with before you have to use the energy. Okay? The total requirements to raise an heir of all star ratings has increased by 3. Okay, so that means like one right now, the requirement for a 1-star is 12. It's going up to 15. That's not that big a deal. It's exactly the same thing. That extra 3 they gave you in the beginning, right? You just got, it usually starts with 3. Now it starts with 6. So those extra 3 just add to this total. So, right. So the 1-star was 12. Now it's 15, but you get 6 the first time instead of 3 the first time. Your 2-stars were 27. Now they're going to be 30. The 3-stars are 75. So now they're going to be 78, but they're all going to start with 6 energy. The maximum energy for heirs has been increased to 6. This one I don't quite understand exactly. Unless they're giving you 6 each turn, but then that doesn't add up. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to play. And maybe each swing is going to be 6 instead of 3. I originally, from the first bullet point, I thought just the initial energy was going to be increased to 6, but now it's saying the maximum energy is going to be increased to 6 as well. So I'm not exactly, like, the math doesn't work out, right? So if your 1-star is 15, 6 doesn't divide into 15. So I'm not sure how that works. So maybe it's going to be 6, 6, and then 3, or maybe once you use the 6 and you go on the countdown, maybe it can refill. If you just ignore it, it can refill up to 6 times, which would be over the course of 12 hours. Okay. Reduce the amount of gold needed to level up champions after 160. That is phenomenal. Like, that was getting obnoxiously grind. It was getting to the point where the best way for progression in a lot of cases was to stop playing the game. If you reached the point where the campaign outscaled you and you just couldn't pass it because you were too weak, they haven't yet, which I think they really need to do, but they haven't given us a way to replay levels, to grind out resources in order to level your champions higher. So the only thing that you could do is sit around and wait for your districts to refill your tax. So this is great. That means you'll be able to get to higher levels. How much it's been reduced, we don't know yet. We won't know. And then Ascensions, this is phenomenal as well. Added a class filter to the Ascensions page. The star filter was decent, but now if I'm looking for tanks, I can filter it to only see tanks. Now if you're looking for marksmen, you can filter it to only see marksmen. So that is phenomenal. And then added tabs where players can choose to instant ascend champions to 2, 3, or 4 stars. I can't speak on that. I have never done the instant ascensions. Frankly, I don't trust it. It does not, like, when I tap on a hero to ascend, there's too many times where it doesn't pick the champion that I want to ascend, if that makes sense. There's too many times where it tries to use my epic instead of a rare to ascend or something like that. So I haven't tried the instant ascension yet. I don't know how it is, what it does, how it works. I didn't even include it in my ascension guide, which I'm now realizing I should have probably done that. But not that big a deal. So overall, I think this maintenance that's coming out, the changes that are coming are great. It's all good stuff. It's nothing big. There's no big stuff. There's no there's no new clans, there's no additional stuff. Although I heard something in one of the channels about the Lume class. Maybe that's part of this event we're getting, but it doesn't say anything about it here, so I'm not going to quote it, but maybe we're getting that new class now. If so, we're excited about that as well, because that's going to be really strong really almost like broken, overtuned class, unless they fix something about it. That we'll find out whenever it gets released. All right, so that's the update. Hopefully, you like it as much as I like it. Hopefully, you're excited. Like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend. I'm Belligerent. Peace.